It's our duty to protect them.
Roger! Get ready for a display of raw angel power! Prepare to meet the light!
So hurry to me, Pit. I'll strip you of your wings and sever you from the heavens forever.
Hi, my name's Jay. Welcome to the show! Today, I'm reviewing KID ICARUS Uprising. First thing I want to point out is Nintendo really went out of their way with the art design on this box. It really brought me back to the good old days when Nintendo really put their time and effort in to not only the game, but also the packaging. So as you can see here, it's hard to see, but there's all little faces. There's like Evil, Darkness, Pit, that guy, Medusa. If we get 1,500 likes on this video, I will give away 10 free albums to randomly chosen people who comment below. A lot of people think I'm a fanboy of Nintendo, like I got a Link to the Past hat, or a Zelda hat, or, you know, or I carry around Luigi mysteriously. I don't do that. It's not like I have, you know, a Legend of Zelda wallet. I'm not a fanboy. You know, the game comes out, and it comes in this huge box, and I go, what the hell is in that box? Why is it so huge? You know, it comes with this little, weird 3DS stand. And I'm like, wait a second, why does Nintendo have to release a stand? Look, a stand for the game. Look at this. It's a stand. It's got its own stand. It's a bit weird. Okay, well, let's get into it. So the game follows Pit, who is an angelic angel. He's sent from the heavens. He's sent from God. No, he's not. But he's essentially a 25-year-old character that Nintendo has been sort of poking around at for the last 25 years. They didn't really do much with him. He's been sitting around going, someone put me in a game. Zelda gets it all. Zelda gets everything. So the story falls around Pit, who's essentially sent down from the heavens to take on the reborn Medusa. That's all you need to know. That's really all you need to know in this game. Now, the first thing I noticed about the story was it's self-aware. Oh my god, Nintendo made a self-aware game, and what's unique about this is it's like he talks about old Nintendo games. He talks about Super Smash Brothers. He talks about like the classic KID ICARUS game. And what's really cool is they also interpret sort of the old characters, like the old pixel characters, into the new game, and he kind of makes fun of the old style in the game, and it's really actually funny. I found myself laughing. KID ICARUS! KID ICARUS! KID ICARUS did it again! Let's talk about the graphics in this before we get to the features of the game. Now, you know, I'm playing it on the 3DS thinking, okay, finally a 3D game where, you know, it's built around the idea of being 3D. So is it going to deliver? And I can go on record and say, it's not the best 3D game on the system. I think Resident Evil Revelations is the best 3D game on the system because of the fact that it puts you into that atmosphere. But this game, let me go on record and state, yes, it does a really great job, but at times there's so much going on the screen that it really takes you out of the game. It's hard to actually focus on one enemy at a time. By all means, they're not the best graphics you've seen on the system, but they're pretty good so far. And in terms of gameplay, this is where it gets a little tricky because you have in-air and on-ground combat. Two totally different things. Now, getting to why this system has this little odd tray device that holds it up, I called a stand. Why is this in the packaging? Because the controls on KID ICARUS Uprising are very, very, very uncomfortable. Unfortunately, you play the game with the circle pad and the left trigger button. Did Nintendo mess up on this? Yes. When you're flying around in the sky, it feels like an on-rail shooter. Now, in terms of an on-rail shooter, I'm not a huge fan of on-rail shooter because, unfortunately, they're very limiting. You're going over the same thing over and over again. What's unique about this game is you have so many different weapons, so it kind of keeps it fresh. On the ground combat is a whole different story. Now, on solo missions you have you know, a huge campaign about 6 hours long, and considering it being on the 3DS, that's a pretty long campaign. In the campaign mode, you have this ability, which is amazing. The game's really based on this currency of hearts. Now these hearts, they come from killing an enemy, or a very unique thing in this game, you can actually bet before you go into a mission how hard do you want the mission. It's sort of like betting. It's like you have this cauldron, and it's kind of weird, this is crazy, but whoever at Nintendo thought of this is nuts. But you have a cauldron, literally a cauldron, and you fill it with hearts based on how hard you want this mission to be. If you want to go higher and say, I want this mission to be 10 out of 10 hard, you fill the cauldron with the amount of hearts that 10 out of 10 is, and it actually makes the game extremely hard. So if you play the game on easy mode, you're going to get less rewards. You play it on harder mode, you're going to get more rewards in the end in terms of weapons and even more hearts. Now it has online features, which are incredible as well. I really enjoy these, but again, it gets very chaotic on the screen. There's absolutely no lag, surprisingly. I was expecting it to be really laggy. Now, unfortunately, the frames do drop a little bit when you're getting into heavy battle with the other players online, but all of the unlockables that are online, you can actually use those in story mode or vice versa. So let me get into the weapons in this game. This is very awesome in this game because you have to unlock so many, and you can actually combine weapons. So you have blades, claws, you have the palm of your hand, you have a cannon, you have your arm, you have a staff, you have a bow and a club. And what's really awesome in this game is you can combine weapons. So if you have a favorite weapon that you use in the palm of your hand, so say it's like a fire weapon, you can actually attach that to a gun or vice versa. Or you can have the bow and the gun together. It's just insane the amount of possibilities for these weapons, and it really keeps the game fresh because each weapon plays a little bit differently. So some of the good things about this game are definitely how unique the story is told. It is really self-aware of itself. It's self-aware that it knows it's a video game. Pit knows he's in a video game. He makes jokes about it the whole game, and it's actually funny. It really is funny. I'm 31 years old, and I find it funny. So either I'm a huge geek who's a virgin, or I just love video games. Now, some of the bad things about this game are definitely the graphics. You know, I thought the graphics would be a little bit better, but unfortunately, you know, I give the graphics, if I had to score the graphics, just a 7 out of 10. They're not like, whoa, super special, but the controls in this game can be customizable. You can play left-handed or right-handed. You can customize any of the buttons, but the fact of the matter remains, the left circle pad with the touchscreen working together, the way you're holding this system is just not comfortable. I'm just being honest. It's just not comfortable. There's no comfortable way to play this unless you're sitting at your desk with the stand. And that's my final verdict on this game. In closing, I give the game an 8 out of 10. It is a very good game. It is very fun. It has a lot of unlockables. It's gonna definitely have you playing over and over again if you can handle the fact that you have to play on this stand. Putting this with the game, it's kind of like a little like poke. It's like Nintendo saying, we messed up. We messed up a little bit. Kinda, it's not perfect, but here, this helps. Also, keep in mind, go up to the sub box, click that little thing that says send me emails every time 3KB puts up a video. That way you guys can know every time we upload a video. Thank you very much. Please, YouTube is a disaster right now, so please like this video even if you don't like me, you don't like Mike, you don't like Kat, you don't like Mike's haircut, you don't like Kat's nose job. Please, like the video, favorite the video, share the video, send it to your aunt, send it to your uncle. I'm not a Nintendo fanboy! Why do people say that? You know, I just like games. They're just good games. Super Mario. I'm not a fanboy, I'm not. Why am I alone now? So, I'm off. I got no wings. I'm not a Nintendo fanboy. Don't call me that. Let me just put my Zelda wallet away. Let me just get my Luigi and put him back in here and Super Mario. Nintendo fanboy. Oh.